Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with my partners, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, Doris Burke on the sideline, and the season in style. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Hawks, Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. Teague and Korver in the backcourt, and it's Cephalosha in at the 3 spot. Clock is at 3. Teague for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Here's Caboclo. Outside DeRozan. He feeds it to Lowry. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Lowry's got the first points up on the board tonight here for Toronto.
Kyle Lowry, an inside-outside scoring threat. He's become a deadly three-point shooter. And despite his relatively short stature, he's able to drive inside and finish effectively because of that great strength.
Cephalosha's shot is good. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. This is to Valanciunas. Tipped away. And here we go. Teague heading to the hoop. And he jams it with authority.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
That's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Passes it to Korver. Back to Teague. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 from the floor, so a good start for this club.
Here comes Lowry. Rejected by Millsap. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Teague kicks to Millsap. He's looking for Horford and finds him. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Al Horford, the Dominican big man, won 2 titles with that great University of Florida team. Actually, back-to-back titles in 06 and 07. You really love his skill level. There's not much he can't do. He gets up and down. He's a terrific passer, and his mid-range jumper is spot on.
Hits the front of the rim and out.
He's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
Pass to Cephalosha. Kicks it to Korver. To the middle. 6 on the shot clock. Elbow shot is on the way. Good. And Steve, for Horford, consistently a threat from mid-range. It's curious that he has struggled at the free throw line the last couple seasons.
Yeah, it must be something mental, because you think about what a good shooter he is from the outside. Some people have even thought maybe he should shoot threes from time to time. But the free throw line struggles, that's something that's bothered a lot of people over the years, and usually it's a mental.
Now here is Cephalosha. Teague the pass to Millsap. And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing teams. The Hawks second.
Yeah, wonderful passing team, and it was the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Millsap left side. Shot clock at 6. Korver dishes to Cephalosha. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And it's Lowry penetrating. Outside DeRozan. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. DeRozan's got his first points in this one. And it's the Hawks ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. Now the feed to Cephalosha. Pass to Horford. Outside Teague. The Hawks working the ball around. And Luis Scola gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, he's got to watch himself now. I mean, that's 2 fouls already, and he can't afford another.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Splitter it to Bazemore. Hardaway up top. He's guarded by Ross. Hardaway, no good.
Great defensive anticipation there to challenge that shooter. Well, hockey rules supreme here in Canada, but you got to respect these diehard Raptor fans. Even through the losing years, they've shown their support.
And Carroll gets it to go. 1:32 left here in the opening quarter. They set the pick, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, good call there. You could tell he was moving into the defender when he tried to set the screen.
Yeah, lowered that shoulder, dipped right into him, too. I mean, he was going to be called on that foul either way.
Joseph, that's good.
He typically may not contribute a lot, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have the ability to.
The Hawks leading. 1:10 left in the first quarter. Schroeder passes to Scott, right wing. And Bazemore kicks to Schroeder. Hardaway from outside. And it's Hardaway again missing. Toronto, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50. And Carroll gets it to go. Carroll's got his second basket.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Schroeder dishes to Bazemore. He kicks it to Hardaway. Feeds it to Bazemore for the 3, and that one's good.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
Joseph, the pass to Johnson. Patterson setting the pick for Johnson. Ross with a wide open look. Back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And Bazemore kicks to Schroeder. The dish to Scott. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Here's Carroll. And here is Joseph. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Hawks lead by.
Bring your cost.
And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Solid first quarter for this club. They came out strong, and they've put together momentum here.
Steve, I like the looks they've gotten on offense. A lot of good ones.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. Teague and Korver in the backcourt, and it's Cephalosha in at the small forward. Horford kicks to Korver. Outside Teague. He dishes it to Horford. That one wide left.
DeMar DeRozan, a first-time All-Star last year. He improved his long-range shooting on wing threes, up around 40%, and that allowed him to shoot the best overall three-point percentage of his career.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, the Atlanta Hawks, a team that looks to spread the floor with shooting. Coach Mike Budenholzer said, we don't want to just be a three-point shooting team. We want to get to the rim first. By creating that space, we give our guards and our bigs a chance to attack. If the paint is taken away, we'll look for our shooters. Good strategy, Kevin.
Coach Bud coming from San Antonio, Doris. The Hawks trying to create that same kind of spacing.
And DeRozan last season cracking 30% from long range for the first time in his young, promising career. That outside shot has been the missing part of his offensive game because we know he can get to the rack.
Now here is Cephalosha. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 14. Tries again. It's Biombo with the rebound.
You know, they haven't been able to open up a big lead, but the rebounds are starting to add up for them. They may be able to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, they've been doing the dirty work inside, Steve, playing a very tough brand of basketball.
Here's Lowry. He has 7. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And here they go. And the jam by Cephalosha.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark Power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
And the shot is good. Talk about DeRozan attacking inside, Steve, last season among the top 5 in free throws made.
Yeah, 6'7", he's strong, he's athletic. You know, he has the ability to finish in the lane, and I just like the way he's improved as a passer as well, getting his teammates involved.
A nice shot by Teague.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Caboclo, the pass to Valanciunas. Shot from the low block, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Valanciunas has got the lead, back up to 2 now for the Raptors. Hawks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Teague dishes to Horford. Shoots from 14, and again it's Atlanta.
Smart, use that big height advantage, get the shot off.
Well, it's hard to put a big man on him, Steve, that far from the hoop. I mean, he's versatile.
Now here is Lowry. Throws it up high. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. DeRozan against Teague. Outside Millsap. The pass to Horford. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Horford's got 4 points now in the quarter. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
And they've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
A nice shot by Caboclo. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. And it's a completely new group for Toronto. Atlanta making some changes.
Well, Kevin, a look here at last year in the NBA where the Raptors ranked. 5th in free throw percentage, 7th in opponent points per game, and they were top 10 in three-point shooting. That's a huge part of their offensive attack.
I was just really impressed with the free throw shooting that you mentioned. Top 5 in the league in free throw percentage. Says a lot about their concentration and their focus as a team. And this is a key part of the game for this team. They've got to get to the line and knock them down to have a chance to win.
Here's Schroeder, and that one's good. Schroeder's got his first 2 can have neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Raptors trail by 3.
You know, the Hawks haven't been an elite team, but they do have the longest active playoff streak in the East. They've been to 7 straight postseasons, and while they haven't advanced very far, I still think there's something to be said for
early in 2014. That was just out of the blue.
Here's Bazemore. Hardaway for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
And with Ross in his big point explosion, Clark, the opportunity was there for him. It was after the Rudy Gay trade, and DeRozan was out at the time.
Yeah, and it showed just why Toronto is so high on Terrence Ross. I mean, he still needs to grow a bit as a player, but anytime you can score 50 or more in an NBA game, you know you've got game.
Here's Schroeder. Carroll with the rebound.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Toronto with the ball. It's a 5-point game. And again, Toronto no luck. There's 18 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Scott with a screen on Ross. Ross with the steal. Gets it off. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Pretty shot without.
And the first half ends. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. Raptors trail by 3.
You know, the Hawks haven't been an elite team, but they do have the longest active playoff streak in the East. They've been to 7 straight postseasons, and while they haven't advanced very far, I still think there's something to be said for getting to the postseason 7 years in a row.
Lowry and DeRozan, they're the backcourt. Scola out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Caboclo in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Kevin, DeMar DeRozan, a first-time All-Star in 2014. He's learned from veterans like Kobe the value of watching film. He said, quote, "I'm reading situations better, understanding what I have to do, not just for myself, but the next person on the team. I'm more confident in every decision I make on both ends." Guys, the difference is clearly evident.
Yes, scoring more efficiently and improving as a passer, Doris. Thanks. And for the Hawks, with that playoff streak, for a team, Steve, that has missed the playoffs in the 8 seasons prior, that's something to be proud of.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta has shown consistent winning basketball now over the last, 6-7 years. They've shed some of their marquee players, suffered some big injuries, but they've still found a way to remain competitive.
Raptors trail by 3. Throws it up high. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
See the stat sheet here on Al Horford. Great year for him last year. Last season, he averaged 18 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. The points have been coming for him at a prodigious rate. And that's exactly what they depend on, his scoring ability and his drive.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he is, a driven player, Steve. Someone who can take an opposing defense and just shatter it with his ability.
And now let's have a look at the teams that were last year's best from the free throw line. 5th, the Raptors.
When you look at this team, Kevin, I mean, they found a way to get their whole team to knock down free throws at a consistent level. I mean, a team that can't make free throws, that's a huge liability and one you don't want to deal with. They'd like to repeat their success at the line this year.
The drive by Lowry. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Atlanta leading by 5. Cephalosha kicks to T. That's good from Horford on the assist by T. 8 points for Al Horford.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Now here's DeRozan. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Here's Caboclo. And the Raptors miss again.
Al Horford saw last season come to an end after completely tearing his right pectoral muscle. It's only 2 years after a similar injury to his left pectoral. Such a terrific player. You certainly hope he can find a way to stay healthy.
Here's Millsap. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Just 4 to shoot. And Atlanta again with the bucket.
Everything's going right now. 4 for 5 shooting, 80%. They've got their offense clicking.
And Horford, the Hawks' longest tenured player, Clark, probably their best player when you take a look at their entire roster. They're a different team with him healthy.
No denying that, Kevin. And with the new front office revamping the roster, going for more financial flexibility, he's the talent they've chosen to build the team around.
Patterson, he's checked in for Luis Scola. Patterson, the screen. Shot clock at 6. Excellent use of the screen that time. Caboclo's got his second bucket tonight.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
Well, Kevin, we've got a moment now to look back to last year's Atlanta Hawks. 2nd in assists, 6th in free throw percentage, and they were in the top 10 in steals as well. I mean, this is a team that really gets after people defensively. Deflections, pressure on the ball, all of that leads to steals.
And the key really to that club, in my mind, was the offensive unselfishness. This was a team, as you mentioned, Clark, that finished in the top 5 in assists per game. So it was the fact that they really shared the ball. They had good ball movement and a good plan of attack all season long.
DeMar DeRozan is starting to piece it together. I mean, we see him upping his scoring average. He's shooting it better. He's passing the ball with more confidence. He's becoming more efficient. You know, after a big extension from the Raptors, I think they've got to be pleased with his progress.
Raptors trail by 5. Passes it to Caboclo.
Toronto, Canada, the home for the NBA All-Star Game next season. And we know how global the NBA is. A lot of excitement and anticipation here in the T-Dot for a celebration of basketball.
And Toronto, guys, not necessarily viewed as a free agent destination in the NBA, but Steve, it's a diverse city with a lot to offer.
And not least of which, Kevin, a vibrant nightlife, which I know you have enjoyed on occasion. But look, the Raptors, you know, they have a terrific home record, particularly on Sunday matinee games. A lot of speculation that visiting players maybe were out a little bit too late the night before. Who knows? Maybe you even ran into them.
Steve, where are you getting this stuff from, man? You
Thanks,
are
Clark.
reaching.
Clark and I are watching tape is what we're doing, right?
That's
We're
exactly
watching
what
tape.
we're doing.
Get ready for the broadcast.
Enjoying the 4 walls of the hotel room.
Now here is Cephalosha following the shot by Patrick Patterson. Teague against Lowry. Teague kicks to Korver. DeRozan with the rebound. DeRozan's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Throws it up high, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Here is Korver. A nice shot by Teague.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Raptors trail by 5. And it's Lowry penetrating. The shot no good. Great D that time from Teague. Korver passes to Teague. Soft touch off the glass. Teague's got 10 points in just the second half.
His switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Teague against Lowry. Gets a very good look and converts. Lowry's got 9. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Teague dishes to Korver. Millsap a screen. Korver kicks to Millsap. Knocked loose. It's stolen by DeRozan. Pass to Caboclo. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. That free throw, no good. And the Raptors with some changes. James Johnson's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Ross comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, I think that's a great strategy. Not only do you get easy points, but the clock stops as well.
Here's Scott and the Hawks getting another basket.
Getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Here's Caboclo. And no good trying to get that one. The third quarter. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between 2 teammates, completely in sync on the alley-oop.
Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. They've got Kent Bazemore. Hardaway is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Scott, and it's Splitter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Bazemore. Clock at 6. Hardaway against Ross. Hardaway, no good. Raptors trail by 7. Here's Carroll. Joseph with the ball. Shot, high post. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Joseph's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Raptors. Schroeder passes to Bazemore. Hardaway kicks it to Bazemore. This is the splitter. Can't get it to go. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Now Ross. Scola sets a screen for Ross. He lobs it up. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
You know, I got to say, Clark, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going to go.
We saw it ended up right where it was supposed to, in the basket.
It sure did.
I don't think anybody knew where it was going to go.
And the Raptors with some changes. Valanciunas comes in for Johnson. And it's DeRozan in for Terrence Ross. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Paul Millsap's checked in for Mike Scott. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Teague in for Schroeder. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. With the game hanging in the balance, he tried to give his players some added motivation, saying, quote, "This is the time, guys. Right now. Be in this moment. Do your job, and we'll get the win." Back to you.
Now, here's Joseph. From 11 feet away, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Now just a 1-point Hawks lead.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Splitter kicks to Teague. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Millsap sets the pick for Teague. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. That's a 2 from Korver, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got his 3rd assist on the night, and the Raptors call time here.
Kyle Korver really keeps his defender busy. He's great at running off screens, and that's where he gets a lot of his shots. And even when he doesn't get the ball, he occupies the defense, which is so important for his team.
Al Horford, he's checked in for Splitter. The shot by Carroll, no good. The Hawks leading by 3. Outside Teague. Millsap a screen on DeRozan. Teague gets to Korver. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. And the Hawks lead by 5. And Korver really trains so that he can sustain that energy moving off the ball.
That's one of the more impressive things about it. Not only his quick release, but the work he does prior to getting loose for those shots. It takes an awful lot of endurance, stamina, and mental toughness, Kevin.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Teague kicks to Millsap. Millsap left side. Horford and Scola with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Caboclo, he's checked in for Toronto. Lowry comes in for Joseph. On defense, Toronto. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
Now, this is when defenses have to protect the basket with everything they've got. Force the offense to shoot from the perimeter.
Now, here is Lowry. Left side, DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Atlanta leading by 5. T kicks to Cephalosha to the left side wing. Here's Millsap. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Toronto, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Here's Lowry, and another basket for Toronto.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
Here's Millsap. Excellent D there for Scola.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
Outside T. Kicks it to Korver. And that comes off the assist by Jeff T. And the Hawks lead by 7. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Atlanta.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
Atlanta's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Korver kicks to T. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And it's rejected. Outside Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. Head to the free throw line. Valanciunas hits them both.
That's got to be the biggest pair of free throws of the game so far, guys, because it turns this thing into a one-possession game.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too. The jump hook, count it!
An example right there, guys, of how even as their lead grew into a big one, they never started coasting.
That's the truth. I mean, they've been in charge of this game all the way through.
19 seconds left in the fourth. Three-pointer, Lowry pulls it up. Connects! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. And you could feel the crowd react as one.
Yeah, that shot got them out of their seats and off their hands.
Guys, they just exploded when it went down. Yeah, no question, the right call at this point. You can't let them just dribble it out.
That's right. I mean, you got to send them to the line and hope for a few misses.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Toronto calls timeout. They're behind by 4. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
Well, the way to go here, you got to get a quick basket and then a foul. That's the only course of action at this point.
And it's key who they foul. Don't send an excellent free throw shooter to the line here.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
And so it's Atlanta with it up.
Well, Al, certainly